god, I can't type. Hello everybody, how are we doing? Give me just a moment. Gotta put that all the way down here. Nope, down. There we go. Missing some stuff. Where's this? Why isn't that showing up? Can barely see chat, but I guess I could see it there. How's the volume for this? Hello? I don't know if I need to like turn it down, turn it up. Oh, did not mean to do that. And of course, the light is screwing up the camera. No, I don't need to reconnect that. Hey, Ganderbeam, Bone Breaker. Cunningham. I don't know how to say your first name, but yeah, there we go. We're going to be making a pudding. I mean, you saw it in the title. It's strawberry shortcake pudding is what I call it, and that's what my mom called it. She made it for us a while ago, and I'd like to recreate that. You're very quiet. I can turn this up, I suppose. How's this? Hold on. Oh, I have this upside down. Whoops. That would probably... Yep, it would probably help if I did this. Why is that? Oh, did my camera freeze? Why did it freeze? Must be a loose connection. Take this from here, connect it directly to the computer. I think so. Yep, we're good. Hell yeah. It's gone again. Testing. Testing. For some reason... Lord have mercy. Is that working? Is it working? Are we good? Yes, how's it going, Sans the Skeleton? It's off and on. Maybe I need to, like... Okay. It's on right now. How's the volume? Is it a good volume? Do we like it? How's the, Oh, god damn it. Camera. Okay. I need to make an adjustment. I gotta block out the light right there, because it's screwing up the camera. I know sometimes that could happen. I just don't want it to be damaged. I also don't want to fall on camera. That would be embarrassing. I really thought this one was fine. But it's clear that if I'm gonna have the camera move, I'm gonna have to cover this one up too. No, come on, really? Give me just a moment. I know we're going through technical difficulties. I thought I had everything set up. Seems like today is just not working out for me. Hello? Okay, it does seem like everything is working now. Lights, camera, mic. Are we good? Everything's good? Seems like everything's good. So, first things first is we have to make, well, let's go over the ingredients real quick. Okay, so we need about 1 cup of Cool Whip, 2 cups of the strawberries. We will need 1 cup of sour cream for some reason, a box of vanilla wafers. I got several. A large box of vanilla pudding, 2 cups of milk, and that's it. First thing I'd like to try to do is go ahead and make our own whipped cream. I have heavy whipping cream, don't have vanilla, but I do have the powdered sugar, so we should be able to do it. I got this little nifty thing here that my mom got me for Christmas several years ago. And I've made whipped cream several times by now, but I figure we start by doing this because the Cool Whip needs to be cooled. So we'll go ahead and start this. Once it's done, put it in a bowl, transfer it to the refrigerator or the freezer so it can kind of chill, and then we will go from there. See, if this doesn't work, I do have a box of Cool Whip, so, or a case of Cool Whip, so I could just use that. In just a moment, I'll grab a couple of spoons and something for that. Oh, damn it. Hello, I'm Georgia, not US, but the country. Oh, fair enough. How's it going, Falco? Fur Forest, welcome. Who all do we got here today? A little bit of that in there. A little bit of powdered sugar. Not a huge fan of powdered sugar anymore. Used to love this stuff, especially on like funnel cakes. Oh man, funnel cakes were great. Don't really make it anymore. Like I can't eat the stuff you can get at like the fair and stuff. So I have to make my own, and I know how to make some. I'd say it's pretty okay, but just takes a lot of time. Let's get that heavy whipping cream in there. See, I can't quite remember how all of this works, so we may make a mess, but, you know, whatever. You're in Germany right now. Hell yeah. My mom's near Germany. This thing's great. It's like the same thing they used to like do cheese and stuff. Can y'all hear the music? I put on music. Doesn't look like the music is playing. How's there? There we go. You're going to Egypt because you're Egyptian. Hell yeah, that's cool. How's it? What's it like in Egypt? Are y'all having a good Valentine's Day, by the way? Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and fluffy. Probably give it a couple more, and then we'll make a little little bit more because it doesn't look like this will be enough. By the way, Tanner, if you ever want a song for the intro to your channel, I'll do it for free. First off, I would absolutely love something like that. Second off, I could not do it for free. I'd have to pay you. Alright, let me get like a bowl I can put this stuff in. Alright. Oh yeah, that's a good consistency. Once it cools, it'll be a lot better. Maybe that'll be enough. I'd prefer to have like slightly too much than not enough, because making more later will be a little bit... A little too much whipping cream, not enough powdered sugar. Good consistency, though. Once we mix this next batch in, let's try to adjust by making this a little bit overly sweet. And then once we mix it in there, it should kind of balance everything out. Have y'all cooked anything before? Or like something like this, I mean. Trying to go outside and keep saying Happy Valentine's Day even though I'm Muslim and there's still racism. Where are you that you're having that issue? I should probably get something from there. I don't know why they'd be offended by you saying Happy Valentine's Day. Cooked a cake last weekend? Hell yeah. You can't cook? Ah, come on. Cooking's great. God, Stop fighting me. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh my god. Whew. Wow. That... Ugh. Oh, that's bad. Hold on a sec. I used to be really good at making this because I used to make him quite often, the whipped cream. But it's been literal... Oh, it's been like 2 years since I've made whipped cream last. That's wild. I'm trying to get this on my hand. I think one of the issues is I don't have vanilla. Who doesn't have vanilla? It's like the most common thing ever. At least where I live. I'm sure you can hear that. Bonebreaker, it sounds like you need to go ahead and like pre-plan your meals. Make things on Saturday, or at least prep them. That's what I've been doing. Oh my god, it's like a seal. There we go. No, I screwed that up. I think the lack of vanilla is messing it up a lot. And that's unfortunately not sweet enough to really work here, so that's fine. We always bring it back up. I just got your store brand Cool Whip, which honestly probably would have just been cheaper to make anyway. Okay, now for the fun part is the strawberries. So I have a ton of strawberries. Are we gonna need to crush these? In a bowl, mix milk and pudding together. Then mix the Cool Whip, sour cream, and pineapple into the bowl of pan. Put layers of wafers, then the mix, then... Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and chop these bad boys up. I don't really need my keyboard anymore. Once we're done chopping these, we'll crush them and go from there. So I guess use the bowl. Move all this over here. Sour cream, of all things, is an interesting choice, but, you know, I'm not the one who made the recipe. I guess this will work. Strawberry shortcake is fire. Yes, it is. It's absolutely delicious. Oh, man. Just chop these bad boys up. I don't really want any stem in my strawberry shortcake, so we do have to avoid getting that. You're lucky you can eat strawberries because your teeth can't handle it. Sounds like you need to go to the dentist. Well, no. Maybe sometimes it's just genetic. I remember when I was very young. Well, I don't remember, but I keep getting told. When I was very young, I apparently ate too many strawberries and had an allergic reaction to it, despite not being allergic to strawberries. I was like getting a bunch of red blotches and stuff. I don't remember if it affected me or not, because like I said, I was very young and I don't really remember it. Dude, I wish I could chop like the pros. You know how they're like, da-da-da-da-da-da. I can't do that yet. I have a friend who's very good at cooking. I'd love to invite her on the show one day. The show. She's able to do it. She went to cooking school. She never graduated, though, because no one ever graduates culinary school. It's a waste. Which is fair. It's honestly smart. You don't need a degree as long as you've learned. I mean, you go to a class to learn how to cook. But you need, in order to get the degree, you need to take a whole bunch of other classes that you don't really need. So they just take the class and book it. I mean, it saves them a whole bunch of money. What do they need? A piece of paper? Hell no, they can cook. Do you have any experience? Yeah, eat this, you know? Oh, this is delicious. Yeah, I can cook. Stupid. I don't know. It's always annoying when, like, college has to, you know, forces you to go to different classes that you're not actually gonna need. It's just like high school all over again. Have any of you gone... Lag? Are we lagging? Hello? Oh, that's horrible, cat lover. I'm sorry to hear that. See, I have, on my biological father's side, my family has a bad habit of getting cancer, but also, like, surviving it. I don't know. You know? It's weird, because it's not like they live the most healthy lifestyles. But other than that, like, she's walking, talking, you know? And she's functional, is my point. And it's just like, Grandma, why? Why? How? Even. I'm fine with the why, but, like, you should have tried to take care of it a lot sooner, but you didn't. But somehow it just works out. I don't know. I guess it's a fortunate thing. I hope I get those genetics, because there's a very high chance I'm catching cancer. Or catching cancer, it's like a cold. But I'm likely gonna get it. I wonder if I should go ahead and start saving for it. Couldn't hurt. Getting some form of cancer, whether it be skin cancer, other stuff. Hop on the lag train. Are we all lagging? Hello? Are we good? Stream buffered for a couple of seconds. Alright, it's good now? Okay. So do any of you guys have a Valentine this year? I think the answer is probably no since you're here. But, I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you guys are watching together. I haven't had like a proper Valentine in like 3 years. You know? It's been a while. It's a little harder as an adult, you know? Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you do. It's like if I was to go to college, it'd probably be a lot simpler. But I don't. I decided to go to work, you know? I keep saying you know, and it's very frustrating because I catch myself saying you know, and I'm just getting... I'm trying to avoid saying that. You know? So I say single. You don't love relationships? Relationships are great. They're fantastic. I love them. But, I haven't really felt anything. Which probably just means I haven't found somebody I truly like, but rather kind of just go through the motions, right? I don't think I've ever actually had a crush on anybody, and I've never had a heartbroken breakup. We've kind of just separated, you know? I don't know if I should be concerned about that or not. Maybe it's just something wrong with my brain. Maybe it's, like I said, I just haven't found that person. Oh. An aeromancer? What the hell does that mean? Light's hitting the strawberry a little funky. It's like probably slightly unripe. I'm gonna avoid that section there. I don't trust it. Cut around. Oh my god. So when earlier this week I bought 2 cases of strawberries, right? Medium cases. And today when I was going to get milk and wafers, I got another, like, big case of strawberries. And I'm like, you know, I probably won't need them, but it'll be nice to have just in case, right? And then, as I was walking out of the store, like, the bag that was holding the strawberries and the milk busted. And it dropped, like, half of the strawberries on the floor. I was like, damn it! I needed those. I wanted those. It was very upsetting. But we still had half of them. You know, I wasn't going to try to save the ones that fell on the Walmart parking lot, you know? That's disgusting. Your class calls you the dumbest one because your brain decided to throw a chair at a teacher? Yeah, that is really stupid. Why would you do that? I'm not even going to hold you. That's a dumb thing to do. I would get beat by my parents if I ever did that. It doesn't mean you're dumb, it just means that decision was dumb. You know what I mean? I was a problem child, though. Well, problem child's I don't think the right word, but I did get in trouble a lot. But I think by middle school to high school, I learned, you know? I got better. I was still rather lazy, though. Love strawberries. What's y'all's favorite fruit? 10 bruises and 5 broken bones. Hey, by any chance, did any of your ancestors break a magic mirror? Just curious. 5th grade math teacher and your 6th grade science teacher sucks. I had a lot of racist teachers, so that wasn't fun. Debating them was rather fun, because their views were so stupid. But I know a lot more now. I could have done a better job, and the best way to debate somebody for having a dumb opinion is don't debate them. because you can't logic stupid people out of their views because they never logicked themselves into those views, right? It's kind of like the flat earth stuff. You'll never be able to scientifically show them anything because they didn't get to what they believe. You know, they didn't believe the earth was flat by believing in science. Just saves a lot more energy. I don't really have the energy to go and debate somebody for 6 hours over something dumb. Huh? That's weird. One of your ancestors apparently killed his little brother because he thought meat was a god. What? Huh. Well, that's a interesting thing for your ancestor to do. To be fair, though, nature does that all the time. How many strawberries is that? That's a lot of strawberries. We may have enough strawberries. What do you think? Should I cut up more strawberries? Should we, like, double or triple the recipe? Pulls on the strawberry, stay less. Did I ask what y'all's favorite fruit was? Did we get any answers and I just missed it? Oh, speaking of yesterday's stream, actually, y'all have got to pick up Project Playtime. There's so few people playing it that we could all play together, and it's free. It's absolutely free to download. So if y'all ever want to do a stream or just play around in the game, I'd be completely down to play with y'all. Strawberries, pears, apples, bananas. Those are pretty good. Those are good options right there. What about kiwi? What's y'all's opinions on kiwi? Strawberries, watermelon, blueberries, grapes, oranges, and apples. Y'all mess with cherries? I gotta say, I like cherries. I don't like cherry, like, juice and stuff. It's just not the same. A lot of cherried flavor things are pretty bad, too. Grapes, mine is orange, banana, apples, and Egyptian mangoes. They hit different. I've never had an Egyptian mango. That sounds pretty cool. I'm not like the biggest fan of mangoes. Maybe it's just the mangoes I had weren't very good, but they're not my favorite. They're not bad though. I don't know how different Egyptian mangoes are to the ones I've had. But I've been seeing a lot more mangoes. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's just my coworkers. They're from the Philippines. They absolutely love mangoes. At least, you know, some of them do. Gonna have to crush a lot of these up. Egyptian mangoes are better. I'll take your word for it. I've never tried it, you know? You love bananas. Calling bananas nanners is hilarious. It reminds me of Adventure Time. Dude, I was watching, like, binge watching Adventure Time recently, and it baffles me how bad some of the voice acting is. Like, it is off-putting. I guess it's done on purpose. I really don't know, but some of it's like, A, that character's voice doesn't match. That's probably due to humor. Like, you'd have like a big guy just, you know, going around, hey everybody, how's it going? Kind of thing, and it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's like the voice of a child. And then you have some where it's like, it's clear that you're reading a script. Like, nobody talks like that. Hey, how's it going, Zim? Welcome. It's forbidden in your family? What, Adventure Time? Or bananas? It's normal for cartoon characters? No. That's not normal for cartoon characters. Like... It feels like Adventure Time has a lot of, like, YouTube inspiration, where it's, like, random and I'm listening to their voice. It's like, at the very least, I want it to sound like he's not reading off of a script, you know? Rick and Morty has some horrible voice acting. I'd say a lot of the voice acting in Rick and Morty is a lot better than Adventure Time. Granted, I still like Adventure Time, okay? It holds a special place in my heart. But some of the voice acting is horrible. Like, it is bad. I don't know. Y'all can disagree with me if you want. I think the issue is, like, why bother getting a good voice actor for a character that's only going to be there for a couple seconds? I don't know, it just takes me out of it, you know? Instructions. Real quick. Alright. Y'all are welcome to follow along, although I don't know if anybody is cooking alongside me. Okay, so in a bowl, mix milk, then mix the cool milk and pudding together. So, I made pudding, right? But it's not cooled enough, so I got the store brand stuff, like the pudding cups. So it's probably going to be way sweeter than I would like, and probably not as fluffy. I got whisks. We'll put all that in this bowl. We need milk and sour cream. So 2 cups of milk. I think we're definitely doubling the recipe, so we'll do 4 cups. I'm not making a cake. I'm making a pudding. And the reason I'm cooking this on Valentine's Day is because strawberry shortcake feels like a Valentine's Day recipe. 2 cups of... Yeah, okay. It feels like a dessert for Valentine's Day. And it's not like I got a Valentine's Day, or a Valentine, so I don't really have anything better to do. Alright, so I'm thinking we'll go 1-to-1 on the pudding. So we'll just do this. Okay, get in there. Very nice, very nice. What pudding really tastes like, you know? Well, you know what? We've nearly run out of pudding, so I'm going to go ahead and just put the rest of it in there. I hope this is enough pudding, because, like, I'm going to be very upset if this doesn't end up working. Lucky for me, milk, pudding, and strawberries are relatively cheap where I'm at. It's like $1 for all the pudding, or, well, no, it's like $5, $10 for all the pudding, $1.50 for the milk, and then the strawberries are like $8. Not per, but in total. Okay. Let's go and whisk this stuff together. Ooh. So what are you guys' plans for the day? Anything exciting? Then mix in the Cool Whip, sour cream, and pineapple into the bowl. Although I'm kind of unsure about this because this is very, still very. Well, we'll put the sour cream in next, and then if it still doesn't feel like it's getting consistent, then we will probably waste some of the milk. That's unfortunate. Let's see. How much sour cream do we need? We need 1 cup of sour cream, so 2 cups. Gonna make some music and chill? Hell yeah. My brother. So that'll be exciting. A lot of people don't like Little Nightmares 3, and I don't know why. Because I actually haven't listened to any of the reviews. I don't want spoilers. Recently, I've just been ignoring everything involving any game I'm about to play. I've not looked up anything for Hytale. I've not looked up anything for the Poppy's Playtime Chapter 5, despite the fact that there's like a million videos and a trailer dropped and all that other stuff. Not looking at any of it. I don't want to get any spoilers in the slightest, you know? What other game? Well, I also haven't looked at anything involving Subnautica 2, but I don't have any plans to play Subnautica 2. It's rather upsetting because I was very excited for it. Alright. So 2 cups. I heard CG5. CG5 makes great music. Well, I don't think I've listened to any of it. Maybe I have, though. I don't really listen. So that is a good thing. Ooh, mixing with the right hand just feels weird. Let's go back to that. Let's use a bigger whisk. Ah, stop it. Stop. Get in the bowl. Oh, man. That's not looking bad. I wish I had more pudding. Need another cup, though. We'll use a half cup. So we will need 1 cup of Cool Whip, and since we're doubling up, we will use 2. Why? There we go. Ah! Holy cow. I gotta figure out the best time on Saturdays to do the cooking streams. To kind of maximize the amount of people watching. Because it's more fun with more people. We'll put a little bit of extra just to make it a little thicker. That aside, put that there. Alright, time to mix. Ooh. Oh, stop. Oh. Making a little bit of a mess now. March is gonna be fire. What's happening in March? Oh shoot, I should probably look to play Deltarune soon, since we beat Undertale. Although I don't know what people decided on. I'll have to put up a poll on Discord to see if people want to see Deltarune Season 2. I think a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was fine. Maybe I'm just easier to please, I don't know. I was really hyped for Subnautica 2, but I think they just decided to kill the game before it was out. That's really upsetting to me because I had such high hopes. Subnautica 1 and Below Zero... Well, Below Zero wasn't that bad, but it did have quite a few glaring issues during playing it. Stand ready for my arrival, Worm. Yeah, dude, oh my god. The Conquest fight was fun. I'm so lonely, Mark. That's another quote that we keep messing up. It's like the think, Mark, think. He never says that, but, you know. We're gonna add a little more Cool Whip so that we can try to make it a little bit thicker while also making it fluffier. Just gonna add another cup. What I think I'll have to do is give like proper, like I want to remake the recipe and like write it down to where it's a little bit easier to understand instead of a box of wafers and stuff like that. A box of pudding. How much pudding do we need? Oliver thought he was gonna... Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Oh, he's ancient. It's like, yes, that's why he's dangerous. He's a Viltrumite. And he's been around for long enough to grow gray hairs. Yeah, that's a problem. It's always the older ones that you gotta worry about. And then we saw Anissa in Season 2, which is like Invincible's worst, like basically pure white. It's like marshmallow almost. We want it nice and fluffy, but what we're gonna do now is we're probably gonna have too much strawberry in this, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna take the strawberries and crush them up real nice. Get them nice and diced. Of course, if this recipe turns out really well, I'll probably make it again and make it some adjustments to, kind of make it more consistent. So what's really funny about this recipe is that my mom got it from somebody who made it themselves, I guess, but they didn't want it shared with anybody. They were willing to give it to my mom, but they didn't want it shared with anybody. It was supposed to be a tight-knit secret, which I don't understand. It's not like they were running... Recipes should be shared with people. You want to tack your name on it so that people know it was you who made the recipe? Absolutely, that's completely fine. But... no, it just... for some reason, they just wanted to keep it to themselves. I don't get it. Duplicate is the worst character. First off, give Immortal a break. Give Immortal a break. He went from being one of the strongest people on the planet and surviving for hundreds of thousands of years, not dying, and then every time he does die, he can change basically who he is altogether, to dying several times within like a month. And several times in the course of a couple of years. I wouldn't say he's definitely not, like, he's definitely a dick, though. I think we'll all agree on that. But I wouldn't say he's the worst character. He has reasons for being the way he is. And he clearly does hold Invincible in high regard, as you saw during the Invincible Wars. So... as for Duplicate, I'm indifferent to her. Someone you don't really take seriously. And man, what happened to our boy Rex? He went from being super annoying to one of the best characters over the course of like 2 seasons. He clutched the Lizard League fight. Could you imagine somebody stealing your DNA and then taking your name after you die? It's fucked up, man. Sorry, it's quite a lot of strawberries I gotta crush up, so we're gonna be here for a minute. Yeah, Invincible was certainly fun. It's really funny because while I do have Amazon Prime, I don't watch it on Amazon Prime. I watch it from YouTube clips, or a lot. Or at least a lot. And y'all know what I mean when I know what I mean. That they're not doing anything today. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. You know what I stopped caring about? Y'all remember The Boys, right? That was really good for a while, and then not so much anymore. I don't know, they got a little too close to a lot of other things, like in the real world, and then some of the decisions made, and I mean the actors are all good, like they're doing a good job. It's just that, and I don't know, a lot of recently I've just not been excited. Like I'll be excited for a shit. Thrag's hairline is so crisp. Everyone keeps talking about that. Dude, I'm excited for Battle Beast. His fight versus Thrag is going to be crazy, assuming they keep it in the show. I'm hoping they do. Alright. I'd say we crushed up those strawberries well enough. It's time to mix. Oh, yeah. Got all that stuff on there. It's time to mix the strawberry. I guess it adds like a nice balance to make it not like super sweet while also giving it a how do you describe it? I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, I definitely think we need to add more consistency. So we'll go ahead and add some more sour cream while also adding some more Cool Whip. Yeah, might as well just put all of it in there. Cool Whip. Mix all of it together. Look at it. It's getting a nice pink color. I wonder why. There we go. There we go. That's more the consistency I like. Look at all that. That is so much. Any of y'all gonna try the recipe, by the way? I mean, I posted in the Discord. I wish I had people to cook for instead of just myself and my brother. I hope Oliver's less annoying this season. I mean, he's a kid, so I didn't find him all that annoying. Just saw that a reaction channel was reacting to a reaction. Oh my god! I saw that too, where it was like somebody was reacting to Moist Critical. And then I just saw a video where somebody was reacting to that reaction. And it's like anytime somebody does a reaction video to like a Pegasus video, that's the annoying one. Are y'all familiar with Pegasus? He's the guy that did like a lot of the Mr. Beast stuff when that was coming out. He's basically just a content farm. Dude, everybody who does a reaction to that is basically reacting to a reaction to a reaction, because he uses so many other like reaction like Pegasus does. He used so many reactions and video clips in his videos to talk about it in a fine way, I guess. I don't really enjoy listening to him. But basically anytime somebody reacts to that, it's just a reaction on a reaction. It's so annoying. Reaction channels are almost always derivative content? Is that what you're saying? You hate his content? Oh, Mr. Beast sucks? Mr. Beast doesn't suck that much. Granted, a lot of the stuff he's done, you know, iffy kind of stuff. But I don't think they're, like, super harmful, at least compared to, like, a lot of the other people. He's basically just the next step of, like, like those TV shows where, you know, they'd be doing challenges and stuff, like the American Ninja or something like that. It's basically all the same stuff, except on YouTube. Honestly, you know, it's kind of wild. Kind of wish I had more strawberries in this. And y'all saw how many strawberries we had. To kind of... Oh. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of reaction content, unless it's, like, using that to, like basically they bring up a video to start a conversation. But for the most part, reaction content's just... look at that. Oh, that's so true, that's so true. Stuff like that. It's just, oh my god, shut up, dude. Like, genuinely, do anything else. Like, I mean, look at what I do. I'm lazy, like... I play video games. I don't really work on videos anymore, you know? It's lazy content, in my opinion, you know? These people could easily do something like that. But they don't. But it works for them, you know? If it works, don't be mad at the player. Be mad at the people giving the attention to them players, you know? It's... I'm not gonna get mad at the person for doing what's getting them views. Even if I don't necessarily like it. If there's a market for it, who am I to judge? Okay. Now it is time. It is time to add the wafers. So basically, we're going to be taking a box of wafers. These are gluten-free. Putting a layer down. Nice, even layer. And then... Watch this. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and take this. And that, we got plenty of strawberries mixed in quite well. It's not the consistency I'd really prefer. I think maybe I should have had more pudding. But it just says one large box of vanilla pudding, which doesn't tell me really how much we need in the recipe. Do I use the entire box? Do I use more... Like, how much? What is considered a large box? I don't know. We'll learn. I feel like my mom made this a lot better than me. But she's a lot better at cooking than I am, so... I'm good at cooking. Not great, but I'm good. I know how to follow a recipe pretty well, and I know how to make my own stuff on occasion. You know, throw together stuff, but... I'm certainly no 5-star chef. So we got one nice layer right over top of these wafers here. And then we will take another box of wafers. It's really a chill vibe here. Well, I appreciate that. Take another nice box of wafers. Oh, looks like I got some on the bag, which in turn got some on my hands. Not a fan of that, not while I'm cooking anyway. Let's go ahead and take this. I'm gonna spread them out. Feels like that bag was a lot smaller than the other one. That's weird. We're basically layering this until we run out, although I don't think I have enough wafers to really make that work. We know for next time. Definitely made way too many of these. I wonder if I can make my own wafer. How difficult do you guys think it is to make vanilla wafers? It's probably not, right? It's like the vanilla equivalent of a sugar cookie, maybe? Or maybe a peanut butter cookie? Oh, wow. Yeah, we definitely have way too much mix for this. But, to be fair, the mix is the equivalent of pudding, so it's got a little bit of sour cream in there, but it's not bad. You know what I should have done? Is I should have gotten like a bowl or something and made a smaller version of this and tested it out before doing all of this. But there we go. We got ourselves some strawberry shortcake pudding. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator. Yeah, strawberry shortcake pudding. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator. Oh, punched the mic. You can always just buy more wafers. It's not all that fancy looking. I could definitely do a better job at making it look nice, but it probably tastes good. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator, and then we will try some. Okay, I got some space. I feel like that's likely going to spill. Curtain of Night, Professor Layton, and the Curious Village. It's a Nintendo. I got like chill Nintendo music on. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead, put all those in there. I have one more box, but I was hoping to... We'll use like 5 wafers. Go ahead and take a nice scoop. Put it over. Let's try it. I forgot to grab like a fork or a spoon. Do y'all think it's a weird thing to do to... Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. It'll be a lot better when it's more solid, which means it needs to spend time in the refrigerator. But that's really good. It doesn't feel as light, which means I probably used too much milk and didn't have enough pudding. Although I tried to compensate that with Cool Whip and sour cream, and that definitely helped a lot. Yeah, that's really good. I like that. Guys, you gotta try this recipe out. It's so good. Hell yeah. Alright. No. It was really upsetting because I got like hungry earlier, so I ate like half the box. I was like, oh, I probably won't need 4 whole boxes. But, you know, here I am, eating 4 whole boxes. Hey, Silly Spades, how's it going, man? Welcome. Let me move the mic slightly. Is the desktop audio too loud? It looks like it is. Weekend's finally here. Hell yeah. Have you had a good Valentine's Day? Don't really celebrate it too much. That's fair. Oh, man. Oh. This is gonna be so good. I cannot wait till this solidifies properly. Excited. What other, what game do we want to play today? Are we thinking, I feel like Cobblemon is on the table. What do y'all think? And that is all of that. Deltarune? Y'all want to see Deltarune today? I don't know. I suppose I could play Deltarune. I'll put it to a vote. Yeah, let me put it on the Discord right now. Ooh, I'm gonna waste that strawberry. Cobblemon sounds interesting. Well, I want to work on the other gyms, because we have another gym things. Deltarune might attract a bunch of backseaters. I don't mind it that much. Alright, you guys have an hour to vote. Go do it. Yeah, I don't mind backseating all that much, as long as it's not, like, giving spoilers. You don't have Discord, sadly. Alright, I'll count 1 towards Deltarune, although 3 are voting Cobblemon right now. So 3 for Cobblemon, 1 for Deltarune. Alright, let's finish the rest of this. This is a nice recipe. I definitely do need to work on some of the proportions for everything, right? Nope, another one for Delta Room. Speaking of Discord, while I have you here, how do you guys feel about the changes to Discord that's coming in March? Stupid. I feel like the rest of the world is just going to be like that eventually, right? All for the sake of saving the children. Not that I completely disagree, you know? It's just I don't trust them with our identity. But at the same time, it's like, they already have all of our privacy stuff. So arguing for privacy, it's like, you think they can't see what you're saying or doing? You think things like incognito mode do anything? Because they don't. Your VPN doesn't really do anything. You just let it take a picture of your face. I feel like Discord, like, because Discord is a good platform, right? I feel like most people are just going to be willing to do it. They're going to be like, look, I could try to find another platform, or I could just take a picture of my face. One time. Single time. That's all that you gotta do. Well, here's the thing about Discord. It's like every website, every app you have sells your information. They all do. It's all in the terms and conditions for literally everything. They could just sell everything. Your kitchen's really nice, thank you. It's not the nicest kitchen. I gotta do some work on the tiles, and I'm not prepared for that. Because, like, we got some cracks here and there. It just means they didn't put it in right. But I like the counters. I'm gonna do some work with a lot of these cabinets where I put, like, little hangers for pots and pans and stuff. I got a lot of plans for this place, but it's gonna be a little difficult. Because every time I go to work on something, something else happens, and I gotta spend like $6 grand on something else. It's like, that's great. How's it going, Shark? Well, here's the thing. I'm at a crossroads. Every day there's another story about a group of people doing something inappropriate with kids and all this other stuff, you know? And there's so many stories because it keeps happening. And I don't blame Discord for that, right? It's not Discord's fault it's happening. But a lot of people will see it that way, that it is Discord's fault and they have some kind of responsibility towards it. So it's like, what do you do if you're Discord? Do you just do nothing? I mean, you can ban the accounts, but what's stopping people from building another one? Especially if these people aren't getting arrested like they should be. So I am kind of in favor of some restrictions, in all honesty. And it's not just like grooming stuff either. It's a whole bunch of different stuff. I don't know, though. Like I said, I'm cross between it. Because obviously the people who are introducing bills and stuff to regulate all this internet stuff, nah. They use the kids as an excuse. They don't care about the kids. They just want more control. Bud is giving them a little more control so that the things I do care about, like, are protected. I feel like maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's not. I mean, you can blame parents all you want, but like, kids are gonna get access to the internet one way or the other. The only way to stop somebody from getting access to the internet, homeschooling and not allowing them to have any technology. Because you can do the whole no technology, right? And then one of their friends at school has a phone. Getting on sites they shouldn't be getting on in elementary school. Showing it to their friends. And then suddenly now it's just... just a mess. Oh, how's it going, Berserk? Dude, this tastes really good. It'll be a lot better once it's cooled and kind of formed. Because right now it's still, like, warm for the most part. But, it's pretty good. It definitely needs work on consistency. I'd prefer it to be a lot more fluffy. But I think cooling will definitely help that. The problem is the idea it protects kids. And teen makes them everybody. That's true, Zim. You bring up a good point. You bring up an excellent point. The thing is, like, I don't think what Discord's doing will ever help. Like, I don't think that solves a problem. It definitely won't. But I think we do need to have a conversation about it, right? We do need to have, because it's a huge freaking problem. So there needs to be some kind of discussion. You don't really cook or stuff since you're still in school. That's fair. I'd still learn how to cook, even if you don't need to as much. Cooking's fun. It's also the only way I survive, because I can't eat anywhere, for the most part. Gluten-free stuff is so expensive. It's just easier to make it from scratch. Why are we blaming Discord? None of us are, because we're all somewhat internet savvy. But the people, like parents and stuff, they may not understand Discord. And they'll likely blame it. We blame Roblox. They care about getting kids on the platform so they can have the creeps get involved with the kids. They want more people there. Their target audience is creeps. And in order to get the creeps there, they gotta have kids. Obviously. They straight up just need to arrest the people running Roblox. Because that's an actual... I don't know, man. I thought there was legislation going through there, but I guess it didn't do anything. They just care about money. Right, well, I don't understand the marketing towards kids as much anymore. Because while kids do have access to their parents' credit card, I feel like they don't have as much access as, they think. But maybe, obviously it has to be working somehow because they're making money and they're still doing it. So, If I have kids, they're not accessing the internet. I know that seems a little strict, but I think it's for the best. The internet's just gonna get worse, especially with all the AI stuff. Will you do Escape the Backroom stream? Not today, but all chapters of Poppy's Playtime, so that'll be fun. So, I don't know when we'll be playing Escape the Backrooms, because that's going to be one of those streams that takes... We have to plan around it, because we're trying to do the achievement where we get 4 players to beat hardcore mode. So we have to get one of the endings in hardcore mode without any of us dying. So that's probably going to take all friggin' day. But it'll be fun. How's it going, Aaron? Welcome. Things need to be done, but not in the way. Large companies think they should... Yeah, but again, it's like... There's only so much a parent can do. Right? Like, you could have the greatest parents in the world who are always looking out for you and doing all this other stuff and making you understand. And then that kid can still be exposed to inappropriate things. An iPad? Not a good idea. I don't think you should do it. Stop. But, these kids are getting spawn camped. It's not even even Coco Melon. That's not good for you. Stop watching it. On Reddit, there's literally a page for AI to chat together. That's psycho. Most of the comments you see on YouTube videos, AI. At least a lot of the news comments, like you'll see like MSNBC, Fox, or CNN, even though they're not really around anymore. But like a lot of the comments on those are just bots. The whole internet and kids thing is a problem with no real solution. I think there are real solutions, just not comfortable solutions. I do think a lot of the blame is on parents, but at the same time, there is a lot of blame to be the people doing this stuff as well. You know what it is? You know what the real problem is? It's that people aren't actually getting punished for what they've done. How many times have we heard these stories of people getting involved in things they really shouldn't be? And for some reason, they're not in jail. It's like, how many times did it, like EDP? Y'all remember EDP? I don't know if y'all remember him, because I didn't. And he's not. People keep getting away with it. If people stopped getting away with it, it would stop happening so often. You know? It's like people break into cars all the time and the cops never actually arrest the guy. So he keeps doing it. They keep saying, oh, it's okay, we'll take care of it. And they never do. It's like we're at the age where people should, like, I understand, like, the early 2000s, it makes sense that, like, some of these people could get away with it because a lot of people weren't internet savvy. But, like, I feel like 2026, everyone's been on the internet for 30 years at this point, you know? Oh, man, as long as you got your ukulele, you can get away with everything. Oh, my God. That was a horrible, horrible apology video. How's it going, Gengar? Take a look. We made strawberry shortcake pudding. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. I'll definitely fix it one day. But here's what I think I'll do next time. Instead of crushing up and mixing the strawberries in with the recipe, what I'll likely do is chop them up into nice thin slices, and then we'll layer them on top. So we'll layer the wafers, put the cream on top, then layer the strawberries, layer the maybe layer like a small thing of cream. I don't know. What phone you got? Android. I don't feel like spending thousands of dollars on a phone. Regardless. Got a mess to clean. Went through a lot of stuff. That was fun though. I mean, we're basically done. Tattered Shield 2022 to 2026. What does that mean? Am I gonna die this year? You saying I'm gonna die? Somebody texted me. I have no idea what's going to be happening with the whole AI stuff. It worries me. Because AI is super useful. It is. It could be one of the most game-changing things we could ever use. Instead, we've decided to use all the water of a small African village to power up a video of Elon Musk fighting P. Diddy in an anime style. That's real. I saw it. What a waste of human technology. We're using it to make money on stupid things, rotting our brains, tricking boomers into thinking, you know, oh my God. How does it feel like you live in the United States, or how does it feel to live in the United States of America? Oh, it feels great. I love it. I love it. We got a lot of issues, but it's a good country. I like it. God gave us creativity. God is very upset that he gave us freedom. It's one of those... man. I want so desperately for humans to start going into space, but I don't think it's going to happen. I have this whole vision of the future I'd like to see. And I don't think it's going to happen. Mainly because we're shooting ourselves in the foot. We're lobotomizing ourselves. How's it going, Vertex Rabbit? Did I not say hi to you? I thought I did. How are we doing today? We're going to wait a couple more minutes. I'm enjoying talking, but I also want that to cool so that we can try it on stream as it cools. You live in Europe? That sounds fun. What country in Europe? Why terraform Mars? So, we as a species are one cataclysm away from going extinct. So, going to other planets, at the very least to start a colony, is a good way to ensure the survival of our species. Having said that, we should absolutely take care of the planet we're working on. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't also look to space. You know, because we could take care of we could fix every single problem on this planet. All the plastic in the ocean, gone. All the pollution in cities and like China and stuff, gone. And then a big rock comes and wipes us all out. Because we don't have a defense against big rocks, okay? Everyone has a rock limit, and Earth is no exception. So, like, we could fix all of our problems and go kumbaya and have everybody having everything they need all the time, and then we get wiped out by something we can't control. Which is why we go into space. I desperately want humans to go to space. For that reason. I'm probably going to go under, but I hope everything gets better again. It will, eventually. Live out our lives happily, right? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look. The world has always been, and always will be, a horribly horrifying place. No matter what time period you look at. There has never been a time period on this planet that has not been terrifying to live in. Whether it's the early man who has to chop trees for 24 hours or 23 hours a day just so he can stay warm enough not to freeze. Or the guy fighting off bears and shit. Or farming all day. And now, I mean, we live comfortably for the most part in today's day and age. But there's always some kind of fear of war or something stupid. I think a lot of people nowadays are a lot softer than they should be. It's like, people don't realize that the peace we've been experiencing, because relatively speaking, the world has been peaceful. There's been wars and gangs and violence and all this other stuff everywhere. But we've been pretty nice, at least where I live, you know, in America. But people don't get that, I think. And now we argue over stupid things. Really dumb things. But it's not something I can change, so why the hell do I care? Looks like we should probably we may. Oh, it's a tie between Cobblemon and Deltarune. What do y'all think? Cobblemon or Deltarune today? I feel like if we do Deltarune, maybe we should do it tomorrow. Also, very nice drawings, Vertex Rabbit. Well done. Deltarune, Cobblemon. Delta tomorrow would be good. We can meet in the middle ground. Do Cobblemon today, Deltarune tomorrow. Because I feel like if we play it right, we can like play Deltarune rather early, maybe around this time, 2 p.m. And we can go for several hours and maybe beat the game. Because I should have done... Ooh. Excuse me. I should have done that when I was playing Undertale, because I didn't realize how short the game actually was. I thought it was a lot longer. Project Playtime stream or skip the back rooms? I mean, that's fine. I'd love to play Project Playtime again. In fact, we may play it sometime this week. I don't know. I'm gonna really see if I can't get more people on the Discord to play it, since it is free. I'd love to play with y'all. Like, imagine an entire lobby full of us just goofing off and doing stupid shit. That'd be really fun. Dude, it was fun. It was so scary at times. You just came out of nowhere. You excited for the new Poppy playtime? I am so fucking hyped. Dude, the 13th cannot... Here's the issue. Or it's not the 13th, the 18th. 4 days away, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Comes out Wednesday. Comes out on a Wednesday. Middle of the fucking week. Middle of the week. Middle of the week. I'm going to play it Saturday. We're going to do from chapter 1 to chapter 5 on Saturday. I hope to see y'all there, by the way. Y'all better come. I want this to be my biggest stream I've done. Because I'll tell you what. My first Poppy Playtime stream, when I played it for the first time, was the biggest stream I've ever done. By the time it ended, I had well over 1,000 views. And that's not like, oh, wow, it's 10,000 views and stuff. We're not at that point yet, okay? Not at that point. I'm not making that good content. But for one of my streams, that was massive. We had like an average of like 20 or so people, 25 people. It was great. And dude, I gotta say, I was very, like, when I first heard of Poppy Playtime, I kind of ignored it because it felt like another one of those mascot horror games. I was just trying to do the, kind of ride the coattails of FNAF. Kind of like the Garden of Banban. Garden of Banban's low effort garbage. And I stand by that. If you get offended at that, well, it's just my opinion, okay? But, I kind of viewed Poppy's Playtime as something similar, and boy, I am glad I was wrong, because it is so good. Like, early on, I could definitely see it, like, Chapter 1 wasn't that great, but, oh, man. Oh, man. Remember when you were getting juked by the Huggy player? Oh, yeah. He apparently does YouTube as well, so you could check him out, give him some love. It was a really fun stream. How many of y'all would be down to play, hell? The hell is, Crashlands 2? Why do I have this on my wish list? I've literally never seen this game before. Is the Lunar New Year event out on, Origin Realms, by the way? Hey, Will? You want to try some? Should be ready. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some. It is not. Okay. It's gonna be out in a week or a week after. Man, this month is gonna be great. Let me go ahead and grab some of this bad boy. Alright, well, come here. Oh yeah, that's the consistency I like. Are you coming to get some? That is really good. Again, definitely need to work on the consistency. It could be a lot fluffier, which is what I prefer. I like the light, fluffy cream. But, Oh, Project Playtime. That's what I was asking about. I'm going to see if Will likes it. He exited his room for a second and then went to hide. Well, here. Eat it. He's not the biggest fan of it. That's fine. It's probably a consistency issue. Your internet's been trashed today? I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, the stream's probably been a little laggy too, from what I hear. It's pretty good. Alright, well, I really don't have much else to do. So, I guess we'll call it a stream. I appreciate all y'all. We'll have to see. I will see y'all in a couple of hours. We'll be playing Cobblemon today, working on gyms and stuff, so I hope to see y'all there.